Welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome and welcome back to my returning subscribers from another channel, my other channel. Jeez, Mercury's kicking my butt already. Thank you. I appreciate all your love and support. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie. Also, leave me a message in the comment section below. Let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you know when I post videos or when I go live. I appreciate all that. Do it for me. It helps out this channel, and I'm very, very grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you have been giving me. I read your comments. All right, so this is for the element of fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for this week of June 14th, tomorrow through June 20th, which is next Saturday. We also have the new moon in Gemini coming. So we are going to pull some moon energies before we get into the weekly energy. Now, mind you, we are in pre-Mercury retrograde in Cancer. And we're in the new moon in Gemini. So emotions are going to run in high. There's going to be a lot of triggering. There's going to be a lot of miscommunication. There's going to be a lot of things being taken wrong. People, misunderstandings, like an unbalanced conversations. Maybe people always trying to prove themselves to be right. Not wanting to listen to criticism, right? Maybe being a bit too judgmental for some of you out there. All right. So let's go ahead and see what the moon's energy is around. Let's see. We'll start off with Sagittarius. What's the new moon in Gemini's energy around the Sagittarius clue? All right, so you and your loved ones are safe with the new moon in Cancer. So you and the people that you love, that you call family, are safe. Your heart is safe. Your family is safe. You are safe. The people that you call family is safe, because sometimes family doesn't mean that you guys share same DNA. So we are talking about the Cancer here for Sagittarius. Yeah, emotions are running high. Yeah, things are being emotions are running high because of the fact that we're in a pre-retrograde and of Mercury in Cancer, and we also have Gemini, new moon in Gemini rules Mercury. So people are going to be triggered. Emotions are going to be running high. There is like two people maybe wanting to sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation. That will be very healing for somebody out here. You may be being protected from somebody's targeting. Somebody could be targeting somebody. See how bullseye mark there? Somebody could literally be targeting somebody. So it could be a romantic partner as well, that you're being protected from. Yeah, definitely. These are people that are not on the same page, that wants to come in and start a new romantic cycle with somebody. They're targeting you for a reason. So pay attention to that. You could have Cancer somewhere in your chart, Sagittarius. So, yeah, give your relation. They want to give this relationship a chance. They want to work on the partnership. So they're going to be pulling on your heartstrings, right? They're going to be pulling on your heartstrings, which can be very triggering. But I feel like they're just targeting you. They're targeting you because something definitely needs to be healed. Something definitely needs to be expressed. So somebody in your family could want to come in and say, well, let's work on our family dynamic. Let's work on our partnership. Let's work on our, however the message resonates with you. But again, you are extra sensitive. So you may need to honor what you feel. For some of you, you need to stand your ground. You're extra sensitive, you're empathic, or it's just the energies with the moon in Gemini and the Mercury retrograde, about to go retrograde in Cancer. So somebody literally could be targeting you, wanting romance from you, wanting to heal some sort of a partnership. Mm-hmm. Somebody could want an answer from you right now, right? Okay, so that is what I see for Sagittarius. Leo, what's going on with the Leos? Yep, luck is on your side with the new moon in Gemini. Luck is on your side when it comes to healing, when it comes to divine timing, when it comes to, maybe setting some sort of an intention and then handing that intention over to the divine. Yeah, you are good enough. So this could be connected to a Sagittarius or a Virgo here, Libra, where maybe maybe you're just looking to get lucky, right? Because that's what you're in, this feel good energy. You want to receive something. But for some of you Leos, this is talking about having a healthy self-esteem, opening your heart to feeling lucky, right? Being lucky to heal something here, being lucky to, you know, um, I feel for some Leos, this would be a good time with the new moon in Gemini to set some sort of attention to heal your heart space, to heal a repetitive pattern of not feeling good enough, not being able to express yourself, always getting triggered, always taking things personally, always maybe attracting people with bad intentions, right? Leo, so angels for the Leo collective, angels for the Leo collective, crystal clear intention. So you need to be clear. Be clear about what you desire. Focus upon it with unwavering faith. Archangel Michael is telling you, right? He's telling you to set your intentions. Be clear about your intentions. Be clear. Something about healing that heart space, being able to receive positive communication, being able to express positive communication. There is a powerful change that is happening. Maybe something about prosperity. Maybe maybe you're crystal clear about your intentions. And when you were clear about what you wanted to manifest, you set the intention and shot that arrow out into the world, right? When it comes to prosperity, when it comes to receiving prosperity, maybe when it comes to feeling worthy of prosperity. And now something being eclipsed out of your energy. And you could have did this during the new moon eclipse that we had in February, June. That would be 4 months. There was an Aquarius. All right, Leos. So yeah, go outdoor, go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature, relieve stress, and gain new creative ideas. So you could have did this over the Sagittarius full moon and was very clear about what you wanted to let go of, how to relieve the stress, how to open yourself up to receiving good things, to make you feel good enough, to make you feel, um, you know, I feel like heart healing. Yeah, healing family issues. You honored something. All right. So that is what I feel for the Leo collective. So Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I forgot the last one here. Aries. Aries collective, please and thank you. Aries collective, please and thank you. Surrender to the divine. So that's pretty plain and simple there, Aries, right? It's time to breathe. So do some breathing exercises and trust your intuition. Surrender all those shadows, all those worries, all those concerns over to the divine. because the full moon is reflecting to you how to awaken your energy so that you can listen to your intuition. And what they're telling you is just to breathe. Do some breathing exercises, Aries, because your commitment may be tested. So your commitment to your spiritual path or commitment to another person may be tested. You are very close to achieving some sort of a goal here for the Aries collective. So you just need to surrender divine timing, surrender the outcome over to the divine. Breathe. Just do some breathing exercise. It'll help you to trust your intuition. All right, angels for the Aries collective. Yep. So they're definitely showing you the signs. Spiritual understanding. I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols, helping you to understand spiritual truths. So you're connected to the divine, Aries. So the new moon is trying to bring you some sort of information in this new moon energy. But you need to breathe. You need to find peace so that you can receive this information. Yeah, something about a test. You're being tested. Okay. Yep. Something about children. So something about your inner children and the cycles. Maybe somebody's pregnant. You have all with a child in particular, you can help children who are sensitive. You're extra sensitive. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestation to capitalize upon these cycles. So somebody could be pregnant. Somebody could be finding out they're pregnant. Um, for some of you. For others of you, Aries, this talks about using the power of manifestation with with the moon cycles. Because somebody is very sensitive, and when you're extra sensitive to the moon, you can be an indigo or crystal child. When you're very sensitive to the moon, you have a tendency to overthink. You have a tendency to get triggered. You have a tendency to take things the wrong way. You have a tendency to be over emotional, maybe feel targeted or feel like unbalanced, right? So that is what I feel for the Aries collective. So you're being asked to breathe. Yeah, because you're worthy of something. You're worthy of receiving something. So you may not feel worthy of something, or maybe you feel unworthy because you can't get pregnant. You take the messages as they resonate. Alrighty, fire signs. What's happening this week for my fire elements? What's happening this week for my fire elements? Okay, we have the sun in reverse, so there definitely is something is unsuccessful. Somebody could definitely be taking something personally for some of out there. These two cards come out for, well, the door to personal healing come out for, I think it was Earth. The video I just did. Yeah, it was Earth. What's going on with the fire signs? So we have Archangel Gabriel, the throat chakra coming through here. We have financial constraints and we have action. So there's inaction here. That's why fire signs are being asked to breathe something out because there is something that is blocking you from expressing what you want to the divine. There's something either blocking your expression coming in from the divine or blocking you from expressing truly what you want. But there is absolutely fire signs a block in. There's a like a see the empty cupboards. So there could be something blocking you from something on a financial level, from receiving something on a financial level. Archangel Gabriel. So Gabriel is a divine messenger, right? The divine messenger. So you're being asked to breathe because you could literally be blocking this divine messenger from bringing you in something for some of you. You could have somebody outside of yourself as well who is targeting you trying to block, or this is you, fire sign, doing this to somebody else, targeting somebody's throat chakra because they know that the throat chakra is gonna bring money. So somebody could have been targeting somebody's throat chakra to block it from bringing themselves in money, because this person knows that somebody has the capability to use their voice to manifest what they speak about, they bring about for somebody here. Yeah, they're trying to close off their door to spirit, block their spiritual communication, because they know, somebody knows that somebody's has the ability to manifest money through Archangel Gabriel's divine messages. This is the goddess of the moon who could be doing this. It's like they were trying to sever somebody's seventh chakra, which is a crown chakra, which is bringing in spiritual messages. We can know that somebody is able to make money off of channeling messages. Yeah, they're able to make money. There's a door open, valuable door open this week where somebody could make money. And you had this witch, right, who was either psychically or doing magic to attack somebody's crown chakra because they didn't want them to open themselves up to be this clear channel. Yep. And they were causing them to, they were causing them to not being able, like, see how you got that light around them, right? They didn't want them in this channel energy because they were greedy. They wanted to keep them in, like, in this financial survival mode is what I'm getting. They wanted to keep somebody in survival mode. Yep. They didn't want them to that throat chakra. So they were throwing them off balance. This is somebody who wanted revenge. Because they know somebody had a clear channel with Archangel Gabriel. But he's showing up in the upright position. So I feel like whoever's doing this to, and I feel like it's Aries energy, they still are getting messages. So that's why Aries, you're being asked to breathe. All right, one of the crows warning the element of fire about this work, something about work this week. Well, hello, nature. Go outside and ground your knee. Go outside, ground your energy. Yeah, a community of people, specifically two. So there could have been a couple here who was bonding. I feel like the crows are warned this couple who were trying to gather up a community of people to come up against somebody who is a clear channel, somebody who has a divine connection with Archangel Gabriel. I'm feeling strong Aquarius energy coming through here. So Aquarius and the goddess of the moon could be Pisces coming together with other people, like teaming up with a bunch of people, doing something in nature, casting some sort of an illusion here. Now somebody may have butterflies in their belly because they feel like something could be backfiring. They wanted somebody to feel isolated. They did not want them to be this clear channel, to be this clear cognizant individual. So what did they do? They cast some sort of an illusion. This card talks about the bird who flies in front of the store window, sees his reflection, and then stop and wants to pick a fight. So somebody definitely could have wanted to pick a fight with somebody here. Look at, see in the background, look, there's the community of people. Alrighty, so what are some signs that you're showing the fire signs this week? So we do have orbs of light. So you could be seeing orange orbs. Red, passion, anger, and courage. So somebody is angry. So somebody definitely tried to trigger somebody. What I see here is somebody did something intentionally to trigger somebody so that they could attack their throat chakra. They did it on purpose. Yeah, somebody's ex, right? Somebody's ex did it to get revenge. Clinging, Avi. Somebody is very clingy here. Somebody could have did some sex magic, right? 888, Mother Earth, family creation, and Gaia. Somebody has an incubus or succubus attachment. Right? Somebody has an incubus or succubus attachment. Somebody made a kid with an incubus and a succubus. Somebody could have been burning some candles, sending monitor spirits over, always constantly triggering them, right? Somebody's going to be very, very shocked. Alrighty, yeah. Somebody hooked up with somebody's ex to get revenge. Did something to trigger somebody here just to attack their throat chakra. They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. They had some sort of passionate intercourse to get revenge with somebody. And then turn around and got angry, right? To try to trigger somebody angry so they could attack their throat chakra. But Archangel Gabriel is coming in saying, okay, right? Here, let me show you something. This is somebody who could have been doing root work on somebody as well. Root work with the red. Could have been doing it around Christmas time. Sagittarius, a Capricorn energy. Alrighty, so clarify the bond and community card as to why the crows are warning the element of fire, community, and bond. 8 of summer. Somebody walked away. Somebody is on a spiritual quest and they walked away, realizing that it was time to move on. So they're choosing major life changes in their life, and they chose to move on from this person, right? They chose to move on from this romantic person, and now they wanted to get revenge, and they gathered up people to come up against somebody. Another 8 coming through here, so 888, right on the bottom of the deck, to try to block somebody's opportunity. It could be somebody's own family, right? Yeah, so we have the Hanged Man card. So fire signs, I feel like there somebody was trying to hinder something here. Hinder how somebody made their money. Try to throw somebody off balance. 8 and 2 is 11. 11 is significant. Hello, High Priestess. What did I say about Pisces? Strong Pisces energy coming through here. 3 Pisces who wanted to get revenge because they were angry. About some sort of a secret. Being a secret mistress. Somebody's secret. A secret bond that they had with another person. And they were angry and wanted revenge. So they did some sort of magic, try to to trigger somebody to get them angry so that they could attack the throat chakra. They chose to do this, right? Chose to get the community to walk away from this person. Look, a backpack. Something about a backpack. Little suitcase. Because you know why? Because this person was getting psychic readings. This person was remote viewing. This person was psychically attacking somebody, opening up their Akashic records, and they seen somebody's uniqueness. They seen that this person had a divine connection with the angels, that they were a clear channel for divine messages. And they were trying to gather up a community of people to change how they viewed this person. Try to get them to walk away from them. To try to block their financial situation. To keep them in the survival mode. Pisces. This is somebody who abuses their power. This is somebody who's very, always likes to play the victim, right? Oh, I'm the victim. I'll trigger you to make you mad. And then when I get the response, right? I don't like your. So, I'm the victim of me triggering you. So I'm going to get revenge by sleeping with your ex or sleeping with your boyfriend, right? This is a mistress who is already in a relationship, who is a side piece. Could be with an Aquarius because got the community card here. This is somebody who's a community doorknob. So they could have lied and said, "Oh, I see. I see them. I see them being a community doorknob, right?" Lied about somebody, gave false advice. But I'm feeling somebody, this is a secret mistress. Mm-hmm. Who tested somebody's patience. 122 could be significant. 211 could be significant. Here, I'll show you. Let me show you, right? Let me help change the community's mind and get them to see things my way. So that everybody will leave this person behind. They'll move on, and this person will be broke, right? This person did root magic. High priestess, it did root magic. Attacking their root chakra. All right, orbs of light and spirit realm, fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. But Archangel Gabriel is coming through here upright. So, yeah, this person did not want them to trust their intuition. They were definitely given false insights. Trying to call them fake, something like that. They're not a channel. They're crazy. 10 of Autumn. Somebody's family, their own damn family. Why? Because they wanted all the money for this. This is somebody who was greedy. They were trying to restrain somebody's long-term stability. This also could have been somebody who was secretly going behind somebody's back. Um, and making some sort of an investment. But yeah, this is somebody who went behind somebody's back and invested a lot of time and energy in trying to convince the community to see things their way. This is somebody who has an overactive chakra. This is also somebody who could have been using necromancy on somebody. Somebody is very poisonous. See ivy on here, poison ivy. Somebody is very clingy. Somebody could have did sex magic on somebody to get them, manipulate them into a relationship. And they didn't want somebody to see their true intentions. So what did they do? Cast some sort of an illusion to get to walk away from their family. Triangulation. Pick a fight, right? Pick a fight out of revenge to somebody angry. Alrighty, so let's get some more information for the fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Two of Spring. Somebody did make some sort of a decision. But the thing is, in the upright position, it talks about two people making a decision that share the same vision. In reverse, I feel like they definitely manipulated somebody into a relationship. See the boat in reverse? Somebody could do marine magic, flipping their boat upside down. Um, this was definitely a relationship that just was unhealthy. This is a very unhealthy relationship. 12, 12, 12 could be seen. We have strong Sagittarius coming through here. Pisces and Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. I'm just saying. Strong Pisces, though. Somebody's secret side piece. Going around to the family, spreading a lot of rumors, spreading a lot of lies, right? Changing how people view somebody just to get revenge. And they're clinging to this darkness. Something about red roses are significant, red and black roses. So what they did, they chose to come in between two people to triangulate them, to pick a fight. Somebody could have been somebody could have come in and partnered up with somebody just to block their finances and then usher it all, like try use some sort of magic or manipulation root work to bring all that money back to them. I also feel like somebody paid a lot of money here. Two, four, $500 could be significant. Somebody also with the Ten of Pentacles did something to manipulate somebody into a marriage. We did get the incubus and succubus. Somebody created a child, right? Out of with an incubus and succubus. Somebody could have been burning candles, sending monitor spirits over to somebody, watching them, secretly watching them, spying on them, using divination tool, abusing their psychic abilities to try to hinder somebody's awakening. And that's because they opened up their Akashic records and seen what they were here, seen that they were a unicorn. And they wanted somebody to walk away from that. Somebody who's very spiritual here. Somebody is very, very spiritual. The Hermit. We got Virgo and Pisces coming through here. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, somebody could have been a bug in somebody's ear and got revenge because somebody rejected them. Um, 29 can be significant. Somebody could be born in 1992 or be, yeah, 28, 29. I see 2-9. So the Virgo card talks about um, something about the spiritual growth. Somebody being on a spiritual path here. Somebody was in their north node, and somebody made some sort of a choice here to maybe take a break. This could have been somebody who forced somebody into doing this. The crows warned whoever this uh, person is who was abusing their power. They were warned about this. You know, the blue chakra is, or the throat chakra here. So somebody could have seen something in their dreams about this couple who could have did did the deed, right? So we did have root magic coming through with the Virgo energy. The Virgo is work, health, routines, fitness, organization, active service, enemy, and disease. So somebody was definitely doing root work on somebody, trying to affect their health because they were angry and wanted revenge. They wanted them to take this permanent break, right? Keep them in this inaction. Keep them clinging, right? Keep them clinging to, keep them clinging in survival mode. A bit of a Virgo. So whoever I'm talking to, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're going through a dark night of the soul. And through this dark night of the soul, what happens when we go into the dark night of the soul is we go into this period of darkness. And we go into this period of darkness, we recognize shadows that need to be addressed. We recognize, what, look, I'm telling you, look, that Star of David. We recognize the shadows within us and patterns within us that are out of balance so that we can find in those broken pieces and mend them to bring ourselves back into a state of balance. This could have even been a religious community because they're showing me that star and I've never seen that. Or this could just be representative of the star. And so the star card represents the community, people that we're social with. Two people coming together in a social atmosphere and teaming up to hinder somebody. As this person is a very wise old soul. For some of you, this can also be a private investigator. So somebody could have warned somebody that this Virgo individual was a private investigator, like a secret um, informant. But somebody didn't listen. Instead of them listening, they got angry and wanted revenge by running off and marrying them. First, that's just a specific message. I'm just telling you, I'm channeling here. Things could have ended badly here with Two of Wands in reverse. Somebody definitely manipulated somebody into getting a relationship, though. Alrighty, final card, Queen of Summer. So fire signs, you're being asked to listen to your heart because you're definitely going through a dark night of the soul here where your commitment to your spiritual growth is being tested. You are gaining a lot of spiritual insights, a lot of downloads from Archangel Michael, and you definitely have somebody, three people, a third party situation, or three people who were committed to block and stop you. You're somebody is very nurturing, very caring. Your voice is very activating, very soothing, very comforting to other people. And this person really did everything that they could to block your throat chakra. So I feel like you, for one, you need to stop pleasing other people. This could be what your test is. Stop trying to make other people happy. Stop trying to identify with something or something that you are not. Start working on grounding your energy and have the courage to stay committed to your spiritual growth. Stay committed to building your success, building your security. Stay committed to being more loving, more comforting. I'm talking to my very intuitive individuals here. Keep working on yourself, right? Keep working on those shadows within your heart space, because they're showing me the Three of Swords. Keep working on those shadows and don't allow other people's opinions to her. Because when you do that, you literally block yourself off. It's like a shadow. Um, you are definitely connected to the Most High. So you're being asked to balance your masculine and feminine energies here. You may have had somebody who come in and acted as though they were a mentor just to block your progress, to hinder your progress. To remember, we got this, right? Somebody who come in to trigger something, just to pick a fight. Mm-hmm. Just to pick a fight, to make somebody feel outcasted. Right? Make them feel outcasted, make them feel alienated, make them feel rejected. But there is opportunities coming for somebody. 888 is all over this reading. So I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you need to be patient. You need to be patient. Just breathe. This is a test, only a test of the emergency broadcast system, right? It's just a test. Yeah, this person was studying you, right? This person just studied somebody to learn their weaknesses, their strengths, so that they could throw roadblocks in their path. Somebody could be a victim of identity theft. This also talks about somebody hindering somebody's entrepreneurship, trying to make them feel to keep searching, right? To keep searching for who they were, to keep searching for why they are here on earth, right? To keep them in this dark night of the soul. The line of goes in reverse is somebody who has the lack of confidence, right? Somebody who is in this lack, the lack of confidence, the lack of resources, right here. The lack of resources. This is somebody who is being immature, be somebody's kid. This also could be talking about somebody who's always stuck in the past, somebody who was digging up bones, right? Of Swords. Somebody who's very arrogant, cocky. This also could be talking about the incubus, succubus kid, right? Somebody could have been doing something to master their craft with the high priestess here, mastering their craft, their witchcraft. Somebody's magic backfired. Yep. and it's going to be difficult to hear this. The truth is going to be a hard pill to swallow, but somebody's magic backfired. But we're also talking about Mercury retrograde. So some of the truth could be coming in Mercury retrograde about somebody mastering the craft, doing magic to master some sort of craft to get their financial windfall. Trying to block somebody's resources. 69 can be significant. This is somebody who was trying to steal their intellectual ideas because they didn't want to find a solution to some sort of a problem. They always wanted to be the problem. They didn't want to find the solution to the problem. They didn't want somebody to listen to their intuition here. Please take these messages as they resonate. If they don't resonate with you, that's perfectly fine. All right. So, what is manifesting in the new moon in Gemini? But I feel like I'm talking to you. You do have a specific bond with this angel. So Archangel Gabriel could have warned somebody. Archangel Gabriel could have literally came into somebody's dream and warned somebody that it's just an illusion. This person is passing over them. They only did something out of revenge. Why I thought that card flipped over. Yeah, one did. Okay, so we have Felix Felicius. Felix Felicius. Power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. So you may want to use that symbol to have some sort of luck on your side, or this could also be talking about Archangel Gabriel working behind the scenes to set up some sort of fated meeting or fated crossing here. Protection, strong protective magic for the family and the home. So whoever I'm talking to, you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your throat chakra. You need to protect your home. For some of you, you are protected. You could also have a cop protecting you, a hermit card. You could have a PI protecting you. Air. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of the situation to see the truth. Yep, some sort of truth is about to be spoken. Somebody could be getting warned by somebody's divine spirit team how truly protected they are. Somebody could be warned not to somebody could be getting a heads up about this test that's coming in this week. They could be getting a warning about this test, and someone's listening to their intuition. See how you got these birds that are talking to this female? Somebody could have also did elemental magic, or this is somebody connected to the elements, specifically the element of air, be an air goddess. What else? What else is being this week for the element of fire? Something real quick. Where are we at? Why is this Two of Wands in reverse? Why is this Two of Wands in reverse? Six of Winter. The Six of Swords in reverse. Another 8 coming through. So this talks about somebody who is stuck in that trigger of being angry and unable to move on from a situation here. Somebody who's angry, somebody who's always being triggered, and they express their anger perhaps in an unhealthy way. You definitely had somebody who worked together with another person to trigger a particular individual, to have a reason to get revenge on their root chakra. To a spring and a Six of Swords in reverse, please and thank you. reason to attack their throat chakra, to keep them in this triggering energy, trying to block their movement forward. The Prince of Autumn. This is somebody who is laughing at somebody's pain, who is paying attention to every detail here. Somebody who did something in a very meticulous way. Like they looked at every little fine detail that they could do. Then they thought it was funny to trigger somebody. 10 of Summer. Somebody is wearing rose glasses. Yep, somebody doesn't want the drama though. So somebody got mad because somebody was like, you know what? I don't want the drama. So instead of paying attention to the detail, they chose to have rose colored glasses on. They chose to, um, like somebody threw a set of rose colored glasses on. Something about roses are coming through here. Rose colored glasses. So that somebody wouldn't see that somebody's family was telling the truth. That what they were telling, the detail that they were telling them out of kindness. This person did not want somebody to um, see this person. How do I want to say this? This person did not want this person to know that their family member was telling the truth. They didn't want them to honor what they were speaking to them. So what they did was they come in and challenged. Now somebody has to clean up their own mess because they were refusing to change something, right? Um, yep. Somebody wanted somebody in this hopeless energy. Somebody is like feeling hopeless. They're refusing to change something. So they could be feeling a bit restless. Yep. They didn't want them to achieve something. They didn't want them to get their reward. They didn't want them to get their accolade. They didn't want them to get their abundance, their long-term stability. Somebody was a secret hidden enemy. Learn. A little nudge is now your turn. Put on your thinking cap. It's time to learn. So you're being tested, and through this test, you're going to learn a lesson. And definitely listening to your intuition because you're getting that nudge. You know it. You can feel it. You probably even seen it. Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it. You've seen the insight that this person was laughing at you and that they were looking into your life. All right. So you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your heart. You need to protect your throat. You need to protect your root. Celebrate. The time is right to shout out loud. Don't hesitate. Jump around. So you need to use your voice. Use your voice to help activate it. Maybe shouting, anger, a shouting match between two people. With the Six of Wands here, shouting match between two people. Somebody did something out of vanity to come in between two people. They did something, casted magic on roses, right? To get two people to shout at one another. They really paid attention. They really did something. They did something down to a, like, they thought up this plan. This is how we're going to do this, right? This is how we're going to trigger some drama between two people. This is how we're going to, cut through the situation. Somebody is going to see the truth, though. And if they don't, well, hey. Trust. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. Wasn't that one of the messages for the fire signs to breathe? Breathe it out because you're getting tested in this moon's energy. Breathe it out because you're being tested. You need to trust the divine, right? The divine is sending you through this test for a reason, because there's a lesson that is needing to be learned. Somebody's getting taught a lesson here. About somebody who has strong divine authority. All right. So keep going. The world at times is big and loud, but we'll make sure you're safe and sound. So you're being protected. For some of you, you may be being protected from a situation. Let's get a final message for the element of fire. Take a step back. So you're being asked to step back from a situation and don't participate in this drama, because this person's going to really come in and test your patience. And it's because they want revenge. And they're going to try to trigger you, right? They're going to try to trigger you. What else for the element of fire? I'm telling you, third card, breathing. Thank you, angels. I'm with ease, knowing you're here. So you're definitely, somebody is definitely being protected here. Third card of breathing. You need to trust, stopping that you lost your divine connection, because that's what this narcissistic reactive abuser who is playing the victim wants you to be in this week. This is somebody who's been abusing their psychic powers, somebody who broke spiritual law and opened up somebody's Akashic records to see who they were, right? Just so that they could hinder their divine assignment, so that they would step off their path. Yep, life force energy. So they definitely was siphoning off of somebody's life force energy. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. 69. I'm telling you. Two people, somebody manipulated somebody into a marriage and having a child through a demonic entity. Incubus and succubus. And somebody is so jealous of somebody else's spirit path that they did everything to manipulate them. But somebody broke spiritual law, right? Somebody broke spiritual law. Yeah, inner voice. By playing like mind games with them. Somebody is clairaudient. Somebody is claircognizant. They didn't want somebody to focus, right? So you're being asked to trust that inner voice, because your intuition is guiding you this week. Focus on what you desire. Set your sights high, because there is a good outcome that could manifest, right? Somebody is getting some sort of a download with Venus. I think Venus is moving into Leo. Mary Magdalene. So somebody really tried to ruin somebody's reputation. Because why? Because they knew that this person had something to share, right? They knew that their voice was important. Somebody's going through a transformation, and you got somebody who is hating on another person, psychically hating, intruding in their mind, intruding in their thoughts, possibly sending them hate music, or sending them some sort of psychic intrusive thoughts, right? I'm telling you. All right. Thank you for watching Firesides. That's your